G'day everyone. It's another light-hearted, fun, easygoing video that we're going to be going along with today. It's posted about a day ago by a channel called Philion. It's titled "The Alpha Male Situation is Out of Control." I had a quick glimpse at it, watched a couple of minutes, thought it's going to be pretty funny, and it's quite relevant. It really is out of control. So if I had a TikTok, I imagine those would be the kind of notifications I'd be getting. I'd be getting these Zoomer, Generation Z, Psalm Goblins, all these teens, tweens, enhanced, fucking up their endocrinological system. Is that how you say it? Endocrinological? Not endorphins. Their endocrine system, I believe I was trying to say. With all these performance enhancing, under the counter, under the table, not for human consumption drugs and other performance enhancers that they can get their hands on. So old mate here already on screen. I got no idea who FitX Fearless is, but I'm pretty interested in seeing Philion's take on how the alpha male situation is out of control, because yeah, I do believe so myself that it is pretty out of control. Since Andrew Tate, you've had this massive resurgence, this boom of all these influencers. Not that they fucking should be influencing your behavior. For a lot of the time preaching just straight up outlandish bullshit and not particularly, to my opinion, guiding men in the right way. But we'll have some light-hearted fun again, as always. We'll chip in and chime in where applicable.
So there's this guy named Bismarck, and he's an absolute problem because he's stealing everyone's girlfriend in Miami.
I'm probably bending over your girl because you are so insecure for telling her that she can't go to Miami on a girl's trip. Keep being insecure, my boy. Yeah, let your girl come to Miami and come hang around FitX Fearless and the boys. While she getting over the balcony, you gonna be, I'm so...
I can't see any guy being over the age of 24, so like 25 and above, being subscribed to this kind of shit and then sitting there mindlessly watching these type of shorts. That's why I'm got this shit-eating grin on my face. There is no way.
Secure, my girl could go to Miami and act single and I ain't gonna say nothing to nobody. You look stupid.
First of all, he's 4'11", so he's the one getting bent over. Second of all, he speaks like an NPC.
How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
What's your name?
Sophia.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. So this is going to be his hot take on picking up chicks. Let's see how the alpha males do it. Bismarck. What the fucking name? It's like a trademark.
Sophia, where you from?
Born in Moscow.
Moscow.
Yeah.
Russian, huh?
What are you doing in Miami?
Just trying to do some stuff.
Trying to just... Really? You visiting?
No, I actually live here.
Oh, really?
Wrong. He crossed his arms. He's got the closed off body language. She'll be receptive to that. Failed.
Really?
Here, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Really? Wow. Oh, wow. Really?
You just moved here?
Kind of. Long story, but I lived in Fort Lauderdale. Now I'm back here again, but
Okay, why, how come you moved?
break up
Break up.
for the best. For the
Damn.
better.
And this might be the stars aligning then,
Oh,
right?
yeah, for sure.
Really? So what do you do for fun?
I
Never speak to people with your sunglasses on, especially if they don't have theirs on. I think it's just common courtesy, and if you're trying to portray yourself as an open person and you want the other person to be receptive to you, you want them to be able to see your eyes.
currently I was doing insurance, but I'm kind of like more heading towards the real estate route, so I do that and then modeling, but not OnlyFans, just modeling.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
Cool.
commercial and stuff like that.
I like how he asked her, what do you do for fun? And she just went straight to career. Like, you're not getting that information.
Where are you heading to now?
I was actually gonna go to the mall.
Okay.
Yeah.
You seem like a cool person.
Yeah.
Well, we should hang out.
I have a boyfriend.
Okay. No worries. Thank you.
You seem like a cool person. We should hang out. What are you, 12? I don't even know why he posted this. The title is How to Handle Rejection When Cold Approaching Women. So I guess it makes sense under that context, but it sure as shit doesn't make him look good. You seem so cool. Maybe...
I don't think there's any real way to look good being rejected on a cold approach, but that was a lame ass cold approach. I've seen just outright novices, let alone this self-proclaimed alpha male life coach.
we hang out sometimes? No. Blood talks in emojis. Bro talk way too much. Bro spent too much time inside on Zoom meetings rating other men, he forgot how to talk to women. Bro interviews dudes so much he forgot how to bag chicks. Now if Bismarck looks familiar, it's because we actually covered him a couple years ago, back when he just was getting started planting these seeds of insecurity in the minds of the mouth breathers that watch his content. But since then, he's evolved into a wannabe Kevin Samuels, telling men the harsh realities that they
Kevin
need to
Samuels.
hear so that they can level up and start bagging some hoes.
What should I improve?
Okay, stand up first. Stand up. That mustache gotta go, man. Shave that off.
What you mean?
That has to go.
I genuinely agree with that, actually. With this guy, I want to shoot this off before he potentially says it, but the mustache got to go, and he got to do something about his hair in the sense that style it. It's just bed hair at the moment. It's got no character. It's got no substance, no volume. Do something with it. But the facial hair has to go. If you can't actually grow proper facial hair, don't have patches. That generally looks rather just unkept and no attention to detail. It says things about you to women, especially if that's what you're going for, if that's what you're trying to attract.
But I'm trying to grow up my beard. I ain't gonna lie, but
That's not a beard. This is a goatee. That mustache doesn't make you look that great. So yeah, I would say grow out your hair too. It doesn't look like you know what you're doing with that. Your eyebrows don't look that bad. You say you're 22. How tall are you?
I'm
How
5'9".
tall? If you can grow a beard, I will grow a beard. But if you can't, I don't think this right here makes you look good, in my opinion.
I thought it makes me look older though. Like,
Man, why everyone want to be older when they're like 22? I think in fairness, I wanted to look older too. I grew a beard when I was 22. It's funny how when you get to a certain age, maybe 30, maybe it's like 32, 33, 35 for you. And then I think I speak for a lot of men here when I say we then want to look younger. Then we try and take the necessary steps in looking younger, into having a youthful appearance. Not everyone will agree. Others, whatever. I'm the mature age, middle-aged man and I'm going to grow a beard. But yeah, I got to a stage where I'm like, man, I'd rather look younger. When people ask me about my hair, oh, why don't you cut your hair? Why don't you have shorter hair? It looks like it gets in the way. Yeah, on a windy day, I suppose it does get in the way a little bit. But, hey, man, apparently 1 in 3 men go bald. And they go bald by around the age that I'm at. So, hey, Philion too, I can see. If you got it, man, keep it. Who knows, man? Maybe I'll lose it in the next couple of years. I doubt it. It's not in my genetics. It's nowhere. None of the men in my family, for as long as I can look back, have had balding issues. But yeah, if you got it, have it. And if you can maintain youthful appearance, I've said this in some other videos. If you can look after your skin, if you can take the steps to look after it, look after it. I'm not saying like have this blueprint Brian Johnson style health routine, skincare routine that's costing you like $400 a month. But little things like moisturizing every day and exfoliating at least once or twice a week, it can go a long way, you best believe. And in summer, it's wearing a hat, sunscreen. You don't want that crocodile skin. And I say that really as some solid advice because my mum's partner has some pretty bad skin, and I think it's largely in part to just sun exposure, like extreme UV exposure over the years. And when you get older, you don't want all sorts of skin health conditions, dermatitis, skin peeling, rashes, and overall being nicknamed like you got some kind of crocodile skin. Yeah, it's an organ. Look after it, just like any other organ in your body.
No, it doesn't. It makes you look weird.
It's just funny to me watching this content from far away because once I turned 25, my brain got hit with a new patch update, and the absolute last thing I
Good
want to
word
be
for
doing is going to a club in Miami or having the same conversations with ran-through Miami Tinder girls, because that's who these guys sleep with and then wear like a badge of honor, as if we're supposed to be impressed. Imagine convincing yourself that you're alpha because you're a slave to your own sexual temptations, and you lack the maturity to be a self-actualized adult. So you convince younger men to ooga booga like you did, and feel good about yourself.
Yeah, to each their own, but if you're always preaching non-stop that a lot of these influencers I feel do, they make it out as if the only purpose a man has in his life, especially a younger man, a man in his late teens, early 20s, all throughout his 20s, maybe I should say, even in his early 30s, the primary driving factor is just to get pussy, to get women, to hook up, to have sex, bang as many as you can, man, increase that body count while you're young. It's like that's the only thing worth waking up for in the morning.
It's clear to me, and should be rather clear to you, that he's just slinging ebooks, courses, and one-on-one coaching calls through his sales funnel of rage bait content. But that's not entirely clear to the people buying his programs.
How much money do you need to make to be considered a man?
If you're making anything under $50,000 a month, you're not a man. I'm sorry. Life starts at $50,000 a month.
It starts. I'm going to guesstimate that's somewhere around 73,000 Australian dollars a month. We'll do a quick Google search of a conversion just to establish how close I was to being on the money. Man. Okay. 75 grand. 75 a month. Far out, bro. Okay.
At $50,000 a month, you can afford to do whatever you want. Everything isn't so much about penny pinching. And now you can take care of your family. Let's keep it a buck. The reason why a lot of guys complain about life is so hard and I got this many kids is because you can't afford it. How much government assistance are you getting with that 1 or 2 child that you got? And then you complaining about life is so hard. Yeah, bro, you could have 10 kids if you can afford it. You're just poor.
Couldn't be further from fake news. If you're making, I'm going to say a very good amount, if you're making 600-700 Australian dollars a day, working 5 days a week, and then, yeah, you got your Saturday, Sunday off, spend time with that family, you're making a really good income. Okay? If in 2 days you can clear $1,000, and 4 days, 2,000, about 25-ish hundred in a week, and it's a 5-day week, you have a fucking really good income. 50,000 USD a month, 75,000 a month. I'm just wrapping my head around. I've never really been good at mathematics, but you're looking, what's that? About $37,000 a fortnight then. Wild, absolutely wild. I get what he's saying, that you can do anything, but that's not particularly a wholesome lifestyle. At which point does it become like a diminishing returns? Yeah, is the terminology I was looking for. I'm not trying to make an argument that you can have too much money, but by diminishing returns, I mean, like, you're even running out of things to spend that money on, man. Like, how many cars do you sincerely need to own? Just, like, humble yourself a little bit. Just, like, keep things within reason.
It's okay. Go make some more money, because at $3,000 a month, this is where life truly starts, and you're just not living right now.
What is bro yapping about? Everyone knows you truly become a man when you make $5 million a day? You're poor. You're broke. What are you doing?
Women have work boyfriends. Them dudes have the most time with your girl. The work boyfriend is your number one enemy. That motherfucker right there has all the time in the world. He in your girl ear, he flirting, he can do all of that. He can play the long game as long as he wants. And if she start talking about y'all to him, it's over. They might not even be in contact through her phone. They might be in contact through Snapchat. That's how a lot of girls cheat on y'all. You're literally getting cheated on.
Yeah, I saw G-Man make a point about this in one of his recent videos. Notice all these influencers that have this coach status, yeah? I like to do this. I noticed that about myself too. But seriously, all these alpha males and these coach-alikes and these preachers, advice givers, they can't string more than 1 or 2 sentences together until they have to have a cut. Like, the dude's making probably, what, a 40-second short, and he's got to cut it after the 5, 6, 7 words. He can't even string a multitude of sentences together. How is he even going to fare in one of these coaching sessions that he's supposedly holding to earn his $50,000 a month?
And you're allowing her to do it. So I'm warning you, if you notice anything with a coworker,
He even had to cut after just saying, I'm warning you. Cut. 3 words. Cut.
better imagine the absolute worst.
That's why
6
I always
words.
assume the position in the king's chair, so I can watch. Second of all, if you're making $50K a month, your girlfriend should actually be your trad wife. And she shouldn't have a job. The idea that your girlfriend is cheating on you 24/7 is more of a tattle on yourself than it is an own on women. What do you, just attract tavern wenches? Women that will turn on you like this?
Here's how you walk like a fucking man. You walk like a man by always walking, looking in the direction of where you're going. Your head isn't down, is into the side, is nowhere but fixated on where you're walking. Your shoulder blades are rolled back. There's a slight swing in your arms.
Guy's acting like he's walking through a fucking prison yard. You gotta clench your butt cheeks. Just walking with hypertension all the time. You just fucking eyeballing everyone you make eye contact with. You fucking stare them down into submission.
You look confident, you look like you own the damn place, and you're respected. People can notice you walk in a very confident way.
And make sure you don't have your shirt on. You're walking in your briefs.
In a manly way,
go on.
and take you more seriously.
The sad reality is, he's too concerned with how he's perceived by others, he can't even enjoy life. Bro can't walk down the street without putting himself in the third-person view and conceptualizing if he's walking like a man or not. Bro, he's walking like he's got shit in his ass. Like he's got poop in his butt.
If you're under 6 feet, do this. If you're under 6 feet, guys, you want to wear high-sole shoes. Guys are going to make you appear more taller, which will make you more confident.
I think it actually makes you look disproportionate, and I think it also goes to show a lot about his perceived confidence, his own self-perceived confidence. He can't be that confident within himself if he's got to artificially boost his height. I suppose at least he's not going and doing one of those procedures where they break your shin bones and insert rods, so when the bone heals that you grow an inch or two. Not quite convinced that I'd want to be getting coaching advice from someone who is clearly insecure about their height. And on that note, yeah, okay, I'm tall. I'm blessed with being tall. But funny enough, when I was younger, I actually always wanted to be short. So I was big on karate when I was younger, about 15 years old. And I always looked at the smaller guys in karate, and I looked at how significantly more agile, how much quicker they were. One of my childhood best friends was really athletic, and his height really aided him in being able to do some pretty flexible shit and like gymnast style things. Like he could backflip just on flat ground. I can't backflip. I could never backflip. Even on a trampoline, I struggled to be able to backflip. I was scared to death of it. Now, that's because I was like 6'5" by the time I was 17 years old. And then I never grew after that.
If you're not the tallest guy, maximize what you can maximize. And if you're going out, make sure you wear shoes that make you feel a little bit more confident.
So I suppose he's never wearing dress shoes. He's always in some kind of boots or sneakers.
Even if you are a tall guy, these will make you even taller. So I recommend all men wear high sole shoes, regardless of how tall you are, so you can just feel more confident about who you are.
Who's gonna tell him that he's still short with his high heels on?
Have you ever taken steroids?
I'm gonna tell the truth. I have never taken steroids, and I will never take steroids. I am blessed with what we call BBC genetics. BBC genetics mean elite genetics.
I think he's trying to answer that question really specifically. I have never taken steroids, so he feels as though he's being honest with a half-truth. Whereas probably the whole truth is I have taken performance enhancers. Or he's one of those types that will say testosterone replacement therapy is prescription medication and I'm not on steroids, even though it's just testosterone enanthate for the most part.
Genetics. I have great genetics, but I've also been working out for 14 years now, since I was 13 years old. But some people will still think it.
Man, I've been working out since I was 13 years old. I was swimming before I could walk. Competitively too. State level. Never came close to looking like that. I was in good shape, mind you, but 13 years? I suppose he's a manlet, so it's more pronounced on him.
It's magical. Great genetics, bad genetics, the hard work, you can't buy that shit, right? So if you're thinking that steroids alone will make you look like me, it ain't gonna happen.
You see, I have what we...
He's right, but he said steroids alone won't make you look like him. Yes, yeah, the hard work, but the steroids help.
call BWC genetics, which is exactly why my fat-free mass index is 57. And trust me, bro, I get called out for being a fake natty all the time.
I just noticed his shirt.
Ever do steroids. Everyone knows that the key to looks maxing is clear, beautiful skin, which is why today's video is sponsored by Geology. Committing to better skin does not have to be difficult. Most guys know the importance of a skincare routine, but don't know where to start.
I actually agree with this sponsor. I agree with what he's saying, but for you Aussie blokes, nah, on second thought, they can sponsor me for me to shout them out, even if it is only for a handful of viewers. I ain't sponsored to endorse anyone, but it's good to see. What's he even got here? Moisturizing cream, natural deodorant, face wash, night cream, everyday face wash. Yeah, fair play. I don't know. I'm not going to look into this particular product, but yeah, to wash your face, moisturize your face, exfoliate a couple of times a week. Fair play.
70% off your skincare trial set. You can also pick up Geology at Amazon or Target. And thank you to Geology for sponsoring this video.
What do I do if I have a small?
Listen, bro, first you need to accept that you have a small because a lot of men don't want to accept it. If you're anything under 7 inches, your is small. You need to start training it. You need to start taking the proper supplements. You need to start exercising it. You need to be training your junk, bro.
Fuck. There is no dick pills. Just in case you thought there's dick pills, as in the pills that give you permanent length and growth, there isn't. And just because Viagra and Cialis exist also doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to help your performance issues. It's not a guaranteed remedy. Like, you don't just pop a Viagra and then you got a raging boner for half a day. Not necessarily. Especially if it's hormone related for you. Like, you can't get it up because of low levels of testosterone, or it's some kind of psychological condition or disorder that you have.
You can make it bigger. Like your muscle fibers, your penis, it's a tissue. It will never be elastic enough if you don't train it. You can grow your size. It's gonna take time. It's not gonna happen tomorrow, but you can
Start
grow it
jelking.
bigger. Because that girl that's telling you that if she's okay with it, when she get with a big dog, you ain't gonna hear from her again, bro.
You need to be length maxing. You need to be girth pilled. You need to be popping gas station rhinoceros pills. Are you jelking? Are you penis maxing? Are you progressively overloading your cock and balls? Bismarck, is there something you're not telling us? Because first, you hit us with the pocket watching. Now, you're meat watching. This is getting a little weird. If you're not at least 7 inches, now we know you're a size queen, Bismarck.
Your needs to be at least 7 inches. If your is anything under 7 inches, women are just not gonna feel you as much. Now, I would say your girth matters more than your length, but 7 inches, bro, you wanna be able to hit certain positions, you wanna be able to pick her up. The more you got, the more things you can do. The more exciting the bedroom will be for you and your partner. She might not wanna hurt your feelings, but be like, baby, your thing is too small, but you can tell she's not as satisfied, especially if she's been with somebody who's on the more well-endowed side. Listen, if you want to improve your length and your girth, I teach you how to in FitX Talks. Non-invasive.
What the fuck? I feel like if you are going to hit that topic, you can sum it up in a relatively mid-sized single-take video, maybe 15 minutes tops. There's really not that much to it, right? It's not like going to the gym and doing 5 different exercises for your fucking traps and shoulders.
Non-surgical methods that you can start today. It's gonna take you some time, but you can work on it to be better. All you gotta do, man, is comment the word talks below so you can join FitX Talks, so you can be a master in the bedroom that women keep coming back to.
Bro, he's got guides on everything. You know what? I can't knock this man's hustle. He is an entrepreneur.
How many inches does my junk need to be considered a man?
Minimum 7 inches, bro. Every single man can get his wee-wee to 7 inches. If you're 5 inches, bro, you better start working on that shit today. Because the thing about women is they will tolerate it, but they prefer better. Women don't want to hurt your feelings. They don't want to tell you, yo, baby, I can barely feel when you're inside it. It don't have to be 12 inches, but you can be at least 7 and above. And you want your girl coming back for more. You want to be hitting that spot every.
What gets me is he's got the serious demeanor. He believes every word he's saying. Lives by it like the gospel.
If you want to improve your size as a guy, man, and you want to know exactly how to do it the safe, natural way, I got a website for you guys where I teach women how to improve their size naturally. It's called FitX Talks. And if you're anything under 7 inches, bro, comment the word talks, and your partners will thank me because you improved your size.
Bismarck, I can't keep defending you, bro. That is the 3rd time. You're still stuck on 7 inches or bust.
You got hair on your head?
No, it's the headphones. Like the hairy.
Whoa.
What the? Oh my God. Take the headphones off. Drop your head like this, bro. Go and get a clipper and cut that right now. What the is that?
Now, I always have this forehead, but like I have receding.
That ain't receding hairline, bro. Your hair is at the back of your head. Cut it off.
Yeah, I think that's the next move.
No. That needs to be the move you do today.
Yeah.
Now. Cut it off now.
Yeah, it's something that I was thinking because
I can't disagree.
Yeah.
Okay, you got some really, really bad hair genetics, man.
Yeah.
Don't make it worse. Cut it off. The hair is all the way back there, bro. Don't leave the hair on your head.
I don't want to go full bald because I have hair, but at the back.
I need you to have some self-awareness right now. Your hair doesn't exist. It's at the back of your scalp.
I shouldn't laugh.
Cut it off. You choosing to not go bald makes you look crazy. You don't have a choice but to go bald. You also have a gap. You say you're 20 years old. You look like you're 45. So with the gap, you can fix it with something called resin. But with the hair, you have to cut it off.
Thanks.
I don't know if he's trolling or if these are genuine interactions.
I think that was genuine, and it wasn't for the most part bad advice. Like, that's gotta go. You can't even style that.
But this is essentially how he makes a living now. Just roasting poor dudes and trying to look smacks them.
Just remember Philion. He's making at least 50 grand to maintain his man status, to retain his man card.
Ideologically, it's sad that these men are seeking validation and approval of another man to feel good about themselves, but at the end of the day, this is slop content designed to farm engagement, so truly I don't give a fuck.
How can I like lose some weight and like get more fit? I do pack on a lot of weight, but like my metabolism started to slower as I aged, right?
How old are you?
I'm 26. I'm almost the same age as you.
Stand up. You got some pants on?
Yeah.
Take your shirt off. Let me see what you're
No
working
worries.
Before he says anything, sincerely, like I'm trying to lose weight right now, and probably 7 weeks ago, I said this in another video, just as I was getting out of hospital, being fucking near death, I have lost 7.5 kilos to date since then. And I've done that by just restricting calories, and I started off with walking, just walking every day. Now I'm back in the gym and walking. But it started 7 weeks ago with just walking. So if you don't have some kind of physical ailment in your lower body, some kind of tendon injuries, ligament injuries in your knees, ankles, you don't have a bad back, you can walk. Start with walking. All right, just start with a couple of thousand steps a day if that's all you can do, and make it consistent. So the key to weight loss, without making this overly long, is consistency. Consistency with what you eat and consistency with your exercise. But primarily I would say what you eat and how much of it you eat. And there's plenty of free apps out there to track how much you eat. But I'm not going to go on a tangent here. I might actually say that for a rather informative video when I get down to my goal weight. So for me, I'd be pretty happy with losing another 6 odd kilograms. I'm aiming for around mid-December, by around Christmas Eve at the latest. That's like my cutoff target date.
Nice. Can I flex?
Whatever you want to do, just take it off. Whatever you want. Can you flex? What the are you finna flex? Stop flexing. Stop flex. You're obese. What the hell are you talking about? Some cannot flex. How much do you weigh?
280.
Okay, you don't need to flex. You're obese.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You got man boobs. You got a big ass belly. The first thing you need to do is you need to start tracking everything that you eat. Go and get a DEXA scan.
He's not wrong. He said start tracking everything you eat. So now I have to finish fully elaborating my point. What I would say would be to eat how you normally eat and establish a baseline. Eat how you normally eat. If you fucking eat junk food 5 times a week, I'm not just going to tell you, oh, stop eating junk food, start eating this. Not for that first week anyway. I want to see what your baseline is at. How many calories are you taking and what kind of nutrients are you consuming, if any? And log everything for a week from the day you start. But eat as normal. Eat as though you don't, if you haven't given a shit in the past, don't start giving a shit now just because you're logging it. And then I'd want to look at, okay, so this is what your sort of common week looks like. Holy shit, you consume 3,500 calories as an average for a single day. And then take simple things like your height and activity level into consideration. You look at your weight. And then you can start going from there, start building a baseline as to what you should lower your calories by, how much exercise you should aim to get into your day-to-day life. Something like a Whoop band, like $30 or whatever, to track your steps, to maintain consistency. Start with that. You don't, like, all this shit fucking people say, oh, go get in the gym, start lifting. Like, I understand how intimidating that can be for someone who's just starting out. How it takes a little bit of time to have and build up the confidence to do that. That's why I always say, man, just start with walking. It's also good for your mental health too.
Figure out what your BMR is. What your BMR...
You don't need a fucking DEXA scan. Plus, the BMRs on a DEXA scan is going to be a pretty vague guesstimate. And it's not just me saying that. More Plates, More Dates has confirmed. I think Greg Doucette has confirmed it too. That you don't need to spend like $70 to $100, if not more nowadays, on a DEXA scan. And for what? To find out how overweight, how obese you are, like what your muscle mass percentage is. I don't think that's particularly important, especially just starting out. And like your BMR, if that's the take-home message, I think that's completely insignificant. You can generally enter your parameters in a BMR calculator, a free calculator, and you can find out roughly what your BMR is anyway. And it's going to be pretty close to those DEXA scans that, like I said, you're forking out potentially $100+ for.
Or you're going to be able to figure out what your total daily expenditure is. I need you to start going to the gym consistently, 4 days a week. I need you to be doing 30 to 45 minutes of cardio every day. That's your workout routine for the next year and a half.
That sounds reasonable. Yeah.
And in the next year, you're going to significantly drop that weight. You're going to look.
Yeah, sure, he's not wrong, but that is the worst way to like motivate someone to just tell them how to like start out like this. Just go 4 times a week. It's not how it works. Yeah, some people will disagree, especially those that have overcome that hurdle. They've taken that first step and then they did start building that consistency. But I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of, say, someone average, someone just starting out, and how a lot of people just fall off the wagon and they don't maintain that consistency. Maybe it lasts for a week, for 2. Maybe they joined with a friend. They started going to the gym consistently with someone, and then as soon as that someone else falls off, they fall off. So you have to build that consistency within yourself. And a lot of newcomers as well, they don't even know what to do in the gym. This guy's just like, go to the gym. Sure, yeah, the machines have like a general guide of how to do exercise, but for someone who's never done it, even if you watch a YouTube tutorial, unless you actually have someone there with you, showing you the proper form, perhaps critiquing it, certain angle to, say, hold the rope and doing a tricep pull down, push down, little intricacies, especially when you start getting involved with free weights, like you might be making mistakes that can do you more harm than good.
Way more attractive.
Thank you so much.
I don't understand why you didn't just say, it's over, you're cooked. In reality, he just fire hoses basic health man advice, I guess. Lose weight, be attractive, don't be unattractive. Like, we're just not dealing with, like, the brightest bunch here. We're not dealing with the sharpest tools in the shed. I don't know where he's finding these people, but it's clear he's farming them for views.
At 20 years old right now, why should a woman go on a date with you?
I don't know.
You don't even know. What does that tell you, bro?
I need to keep working.
Not just keep working, you just start working on the right shit. You got to get serious about your entire life. You're living with your parents. You're not making any money. These girls are not finding you attractive. I'm looking at you. You got a nice facial structure, but your glass is big as hell. Are you cross-eyed?
Yeah, my eye. So basically how it goes is my eye right here, it's like it goes to the side. Like I look one direction and then my eyes, like my vision's kind of like, it's funny.
Can you fix it? Is it possible?
I mean, it is. I'm sure you can get like LASIK.
Will LASIK fix the eye?
Is your...
You can't fix a lazy eye. And even if someone claims they can, the risks will definitely outweigh the benefits. Not to mention, it would be a rather costly procedure for a teenager, for a guy in his 20s. But it's usually a neurological condition. It's the nerves that are connected to the muscles in the eye. And it's got nothing... Like, there's nothing a neurosurgeon, let alone an eye surgeon, can usually do, period, to rectify that. Yeah, I've looked into some weird stuff over the course of my life, so I know that with pretty strong confidence.
Deformity fixable. Have you thought about getting surgery for your deformity? Do you know that you have a deformity? Why do you have a deformity? You know that women don't like deformities, right? Why are you deformity maxing? Are you deformity pilled?
I don't know, but I was thinking about getting LASIK.
I know there are procedures to fix a lazy eye, so that's something that I would be trying to
what
get
are they
a better
called?
job, put some disposable income towards, because that'll enhance your appearance drastically, bro.
So how's my hair? Is it bad or?
You got to work on everything.
Got you.
You got to fix your eyes. You got to get some more money. You got to get in shape. If you have a lazy eye, and it can be fixed, what you need to be focusing on is fixing it. So get to work, man. I don't know who's around you, what your environment is like, but they're not telling you the truth right now.
Yeah.
You gotta wake up.
He's like, you might as well start over. And don't get mad at me. I don't want to see a single one of you in the comment section. Oh, Philion's making... No, take it up with Bismarck. I'm not the one making the content.
I've only been with like one woman in my entire life. And it was a pretty bad experience, so it pretty much like scarred me.
What do you mean?
I was with this girl for like a year. And so we got to the point, where we wanted to have sex. And then it was after the fact that she let me know, like, yo, I have to be honest with you. I don't really like the performance because I had like a little, you know what I'm trying to say, right?
She told you had a little wee-wee.
told me that, and like from there on, I was embarrassed.
How small are you?
How small? Like, I mean, I didn't measure it. Like, I'm not gonna measure it. But
You're not gonna measure it. You should measure it. If a girl sleeps with you, guys.
Bro, if I paid for a call and found out that he posted this, and Bismarck over here wants to know how big his meat is. Did you measure it? It's not weird. Why do you think it's weird? Please tell the class. Is it above 7 inches?
What happened with your nose?
He's just pointing. Hey, what happened there? Can you tell me? Did you get into a motorcycle accident? Who sat on your face?
I was born premature. I was born with a cleft. So I've had like 2 surgeries. One when I was 6 months, one when I was like 13, 14. I still got one more coming up when I'm about, well, I can get it pretty much whenever I want. I mean, I'm just debating whether to get it or not. I'm actually a model. I've worked with like Nike, Adidas, Vogue. So I'm like just debating whether I want to get this next one or not. And I just...
Sounds like Nike, Adidas, and Vogue. No disrespect. Good for you and your hustle. But they are straight playing the diversity card with the, let's just call it physical disability here.
Kind of wanted to get your advice on.
What's the next surgery gonna do?
So basically they want to take like cartilage from like other parts of my body, kind of take the point off, reshape it a little bit, and just some other work that'll like help with my breathing, as long with like some cosmetic stuff, like the scar will be gone.
So what do you want as a man moving forward? Do you want to be looked at or be booked based on you having a disability, or do you want to be more than that? It's up to you.
And I feel like that's why you could give me a different perspective.
It sounds like you're just kind of being exploited a little bit, and if you can change that, if you can fix your nose, it'll just improve your appearance so you can come into your own fruition with the skills that you have, and not just be booking stuff because people think that.
I would tell this guy to go get the surgery if he feels like it'll improve his quality of life. Now, that's going to be up to him to decide whether it does and how it does. So by quality of life, I mean if it boosts his confidence, if it boosts his own self-worth, if it improves his breathing, so in turn it improves maybe his sleep, maybe he's got sleep apnea because of his bad breathing, maybe it'll improve his cardiovascular output because he'll be able to breathe deeper and take a bigger breath. So yeah, quality of life. If it's going to improve your quality of life, if it's going to improve physically your confidence, and you can afford it, mind you, you should do it. You always got to weigh up the pros and cons with just about every big decision you make in life.
Because you look.
In fairness, at least he's not telling him, "Oh, fix your fucking appearance, man, because chicks will think you're ugly."
A certain way. Let's get him on a shoot.
Word.
What do you mean he's getting exploited? He's literally making a bag off of the way he looks, which not many people can do. Instead of paying to get roasted by a man-child, you can join my elite high-value man brotherhood by clicking subscribe.
Damn, Philly, you're doing alright. He's got almost 1 million subscribers, and even if 1,000 of them are on the $25 a month USD, making a nice bag of your own. No, we'll probably put out a more serious video tomorrow, but that was good fun. I actually haven't laughed like that watching a 20-minute YouTube video, even though mine went for significantly longer. Thank you.